What's up, guys? Back in today with more Hana-Kimi, this time with episode 5. It was a pretty good start to the Hokkaido trip last week. Unfortunately, we encountered the friend from America, much to get the names again, bloody hell. The blonde guy's chagrin. But yeah, had a bit of a cliffhanger here with these two meeting up in the hot springs. He had a bit of brothers issues last week. I mean, we didn't get too much into it, but it looked like his brother was bullying some guy, so that's quite unfortunate to see. Why are you holding your chest like that as a guy? It's definitely the question I'd be asking here. Guys don't do that. I mean, there's the classic fat guy shirt tuck that you see all the time. It's probably the closest thing to this. But yeah, no guy like goes like that. I ain't ever seen that. And this is coming from someone who's pretty self-conscious about my back, especially. I used to have pretty bad acne on my back, so I'd always try and like hide it and like go in position where no one could see it and so on. Naked woman in front of me. Dear. Fell right on his penis. What's it? A criminal. Glad you liked it though. He did blush pretty big time. I suppose he is as well. You guys been getting pretty freaky this season. These two, haven't they? Yeah, I bet he was glad that the what was cloudy as well. His little chimpo standing up probably. Naked girl right in front of you like that, it would be yeah. Guess it would be quite hard, wouldn't it? Can't say I've ever been in like a hot tub or anything like that with a girl like naked, to be honest with you. Well, definitely not this type of situation. The shower probably the closest thing, but not much alike really, is it? Feel like the Japanese hot springs are a pretty very different type of place. Again, I do really enjoy what they've done the openings and endings of the season. I really like them. I was a bit worried because it's always going to be quite hard to beat Yao Sobi, how you say it. Yeah, some more girls. Level attack ass, another level, bro. Top level of woman. These guys, I think they'd say that about any woman they could get their eyes on, considering they were in a boys' school. I know, right? Nakatsu, that's the name I was looking for. It always comes to me when I see him. I don't know why. Maybe these guys might end up together. They're so addict. Kind of reminds me of, I've mentioned this before, but a girl I used to absolutely like. We used to not get along at all, but then we ended up liking each other. But maybe these guys might end up together. I don't see it at the minute, but you never know. Very good English. Very good English from her, right there. You're the reason he's here, I think. What the hell was that? Hurry back from whence you came. Old language. Is it embarrassing? Be more embarrassed of her. She always in arguments with people. That much of an unlikable woman. Always, never talking to anyone. She's always arguing with people. Akatsu, you need to like stay away from her, bro. I know you're trying to be close to. Yeah, uh, not worth the stress, is it? To a what? A what? They must have changed up the dialogue big time in this scene. As I said, this came out ages ago. Ain't no selfies. Ain't no selfies when this shit came out. I guarantee you that. Um, sorry guys, like I'm getting the names. Amber Mia. That's not terrible. I pretty should. You think I remember the names by now, but that bad. And do you know what? It doesn't help. It probably doesn't help that I cement that I'm bad with them. That probably worsens it. Ashia, that's the one. Mizuki Ashia. You should probably just stay away from her while this blonde girl's around. I don't think that's hard to do. I've definitely like done that. With women try and like avoid, even if I like them, avoid them when they're with like a certain person that I'm not a fan of. Um, Usually pretty damn good at that as well. But yeah, he's always like next to her. He's like, you're just stressing yourself out big time, Nakatsu, bro. What did he say here? A toothy, whatever that is. A selfie with two people, I guess. Never heard that in my life. Never. Chuck your ice cream out. Accidentally. He's always cock blocking you. Serves a little bit of payback. So yeah, this guy I always kind of confuse for Sano sometimes because he does look like him at a glance, doesn't he? Oh, You afford it? Hang on, expensive. Why is that so expensive? Out we go. Why was that so fucking expensive? Service. Doing a public service. Fuck, what a pompous bastard. Maybe I was right with what I said in the intro. Maybe I was right. She actually said something nice about Nakatsu. But yeah, maybe that's a little seed that's been sown right there, you know? Maybe that's a little seed. I do love moments like that when they're just like an awkward silence for a few seconds. Man, we stop with all the fucking photos. That was a nice one to be fair. But Jesus, guys. Again, what was going on in the original material with all these photos? Surely there couldn't have been this many photos taken so easily. I mean, don't get me, I'm talking like it was like the time where they had to like roll up and like people thought photos were magic, but bloody hell, bro, calm down. Everyone dressing my woman. I thought she already kind of knew he liked her back. She looked troubled. So he realizes that he knows. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, amazing that she's figured that out before fucking Mizuki has. It took her all of what, a couple of days to figure that out. Well, what do you think? How much trouble do you think she would get in if anybody knew about this? I don't remember how old she is, but surely she'd at least do some prison time, right? Especially if she ends up like getting with him. Definitely prison time if that's the case. But yeah, fraud, underage, intense, we'll say. Anything else? Scheming to do things with underage people. I'm wording that horribly, but that is definitely like a thing, I think, right? If she ever had a fight with anyone, underage abuse, like, yeah. I'm talking nonsense there, but she'd at least get done for fraud, right? Surely there's also something illegal about like not telling someone your actual sex. I mean, that's a problem today, to be honest, isn't it? With the kind of rise of transgender people and the acceptance of it. I think is a great thing, but it does also, as I said, it does have some problems that come with it. As what I just said, not telling people your actual sex or such. You see it a lot in Thailand, don't you? A lot of people get swindled by the lady boys out there. Okay. So, are we not going to cover anything to do with Sano's brother, or do you reckon that's going to happen in a scene similar to what we saw last week with just seeing him out and about, beating people up? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It's the exact same scene we saw last week. Like the exact same fucking scene. How do you walk into someone with such an empty street? He's got some kind of attitude problem. These two guys walked into each other and then he got all like, well, this guy is fucking hell. Rebellious teenager right here. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. I'm his boyfriend. She definitely sounds like a woman right now. No wonder he said that initially. Oni chan. Yeah, 100%. That guy does. He seems like an absolute loser. You kind of understand why, I guess so. His big brother that he should be looking up to just kind of left, I assume. Got a family situation on where someone like died or something, right? I can't remember. That's the thing about some of the stuff in this show. I'm not a really big fan of this way of storytelling in the first place, but we were told about what happened with his family again. I can't remember if his mum, if his dad died, but I think the mum's still like still around. I'm not sure if the dad died or just left, but there's no dad. And there's a stepdad. I think, as I said, we only heard about them talking about it, and I don't think that's a very good way of telling us stuff like that. I feel like with stuff like that, it sticks with you a bit more if you show us just one line of dialogue for something like that is not enough to kind of really kind of embed it. This is the classic saying: "Show don't tell," especially in a art form like TV and movies. Um, Show don't tell is much more effective. So I could be misremembering there, but yeah, he's clearly got some parent issues, brother just leaving him issues. Like you can understand why he's like that, but he is an absolute asshole. But yeah, uh, Ashia came in. She, she sounded a lot like a very angry Karen right there. There was no way I'd think that was a boy coming up and chat to me. That sounded so much like a Karen. Jesus. How dare you talk to your brother that way? But yeah, it very much does feel like that. Like, sorry to pause so quickly again, but I knew that scene was coming up because it's framed the exact same way as the scene from last episode was, with everyone in a group, and then we come across the brother. Like, I wouldn't say it feels lazy, but it does feel a little bit lazy. Just like it's the exact same situation, and we're just kind of tagging it onto things. It doesn't seem like a big deal at the minute. Just kind of coming up at random moments. We've had little spurts here and there of him like thinking about it and such, and him being in a mood, Sano that is, and so on. But I feel like it should, and it will be. Don't get me wrong. I know for a fact it will be looked into a bit more, but it kind of feels like an afterthought at the minute. Whereas I feel that should be at the forefront of things right now. That's definitely the most interesting thing going on right now. I think this Sano family situation. So maybe this is the turning point, but I hope it doesn't just like we're just going about our stuff and then in the last 5 minutes of every episode we randomly stumble across the brother and address it. So he's following his dad's footsteps, is he? I ain't never heard of a family of jumpers like this, but it's extremely niche, isn't it? Sorry, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. That is significantly taller than he is. He must have some jump on him as a kid there. Oh, so it was the mum that died. Oh, okay, yeah. As I said, when you just tell us, and they're going to tell us again now, thankfully. But not like I need to see her die or anything, but show me like the family after her death. Like, um, yeah, show me like what they were like afterwards, the impact of her death and her leaving after. Like, show me the like depressed state of that. That's enough to kind of meld into my head that yeah, like like at least we're seeing a little bit of visuals here now, I guess. But telling us about this is not really effective, I don't think. Again, it's one of those things where it's probably more effective in its original source and form, being the manga. But for a TV show, not quite as effective if you just tell us. But I'm glad we're kind of going over it again. So it was actually the mum that died, and the dad's still around, and it's a new mum, not not the dad. Okay, yeah, it must have been crazy. If she died from that accident, he must have got fucked up big time. So I guess he kind of pushed his wish onto his son, as you see a lot of parents do, but very much so in that case. But you've been telling this story for a while. Got a flasher. Smell my arm. What was that? How was that ever even going to make her warm? You literally just put the coat at the back of her and put it around her. So it's funny because I get so pissed off at that blonde girl for interrupting things, but Nakatsu's interrupting things as well, and I don't really get too pissed off at him. It's because I kind of prefer Nakatsu. Sano is very much the kind of smoldering type. I don't know if that makes sense, but he's very much the kind of stoic a bit of, like the boring option, if you know what I'm saying. The main option, the guy you know she's going to end up with, and the little bit boring option, honestly, isn't it? So I'm glad we are exploring them a bit more. But yeah, Nakatsu is like the fun, out there, wild kind of pick. So I'm more on his side, I guess. But yeah, it's funny. I don't really get mad at him for interrupting the moments. And yeah, to be fair, for Sano, a lot did happen. In the overall scheme of things, not much actually happened there. But for Sano, quite a bit did. I did expect to look into his family a bit more on this trip away. Like, you can't tell me that's all said and done, right? I feel like that might be the end of it for now. It's a shame. I expected us to focus on it a bit more while we're on this trip. Maybe even see the family, but we've kind of left the situation unaddressed, really, haven't we? We've left the brother to still be an arsehole. We haven't visited the family whatsoever. Kind of feels like a bit of a missed opportunity, really. they don't they don't want to hurt you. I want to see this. I want to see it. Let's see his vision. Oh, bless you. Fuck you. Let my man cry. Spent a whole day chasing around. Bless him. Give him a hug. Cry. Already fell asleep. Is that what she said in Japanese? Amai Boku, right? Oh, Yasumi. Amai Boku. I'm not sure what the Boku at the end means. That's usually a term when the guys are like referring to themselves. So she's saying my sweet thing there. Good night, my sweet boy, my sweet thing. Something like that. I feel like that's a bit more accurate than you little spoiled thing. That definitely does not say you little spoiled thing, right? My usually means like sweet, so I feel like what she said there is actually quite a bit nicer than the subtitles led us to believe. But yeah, honestly, again, feels a bit like a bit of missed opportunity. Actually, I thought we were going to explore this Sano family situation a lot more. We just kind of told um um we just kind of told her about it. Didn't really like address it or do anything. Didn't help the brother. He seems like you could use some fucking help. Well, that guy's not headed down a good path right now. Um, I mean, hopefully we explore it more in the future, but this kind of a school trip to where they live kind of felt like the perfect opportunity to do that. You know, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It was a pretty fun time in general, though. But yeah, slightly disappointing actually. I was hoping for a bit more serious stuff, honestly. I mean, we had her friend, Amiya's friend, kind of find out about the fact that he knows that she's a girl, but yeah, I mean, it's open for more. Maybe I'm talking too early though. Fine, right? But we don't actually see much of it here, but I almost feel like the way they're talking. At some point, do you reckon Julia's going to address Sano about knowing? I feel like maybe see her talking to the teacher. She looks like she's addressing someone right there. The classic Japanese point, um, anime point. Anyway, you never see a I never see a Japanese person do that in real life. 'Cause that would be extremely rude. Um, so yeah, there is a picture with the brothers. So we are still going to explore that a bit more. But yeah, I don't know why we're going to explore that more away from where they're at. It feels a bit weird that. But Julia does seem to be quite a big part of this preview, so I assume she's going to maybe try and spy around a bit more, perhaps see if anybody else knows about Ashia's situation. But yeah, she's quite heavily featured, so I'll be interested to see that. I'm also quite interested in the slight seed that was sown with her saying that Nakatsu was actually quite attractive when he was quiet. So maybe they could actually be a thing. I mean, it'd be pretty horrible right now for him. But yeah, it's one of those kind of opposites attract. I mean, I say opposites attract, they're actually very similar. Like two batteries, I guess, kind of repelling each other. Um, yeah, both like the positive end. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. Again, slightly disappointed with the end of this. I kind of thought we'd delve more into the Sano family situation, but just kind of feels like it's been tagged on at the minute, to be honest with you. Just talked about it a little bit. It's kind of used as a thing to make Sano and Ashia closer, whereas I feel like it should be used as a thing to delve more into Sano as a character and flesh him out more and give us more interesting stuff for him. Um, I almost feel like they're using it the wrong way, but again, I hope to be proven wrong. As I said in the preview, it does look like we see a picture of the brothers, so we are gonna delve into it as the episodes do go on, I hope. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you next week with episode 6.